Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Comic Gamer Movie Show. Now, sorry about the quality of this movie. This movie does. Oh, this movie. This review. This review doesn't get an intro or anything because it's just a raw, bare bones review that I'm gonna give of Fantastic Four stick. Oh, my bad. Fantastic Four. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Like, a lot of people slammed this movie online, and reviews have slammed this movie. This movie has gotten so much bad crap about it. It really has. And I was hoping that maybe I went to this movie not thinking negative. I went to this movie thinking I will find something good in this movie. I will find something because I said to myself I can always find something great in it good or slash great in any comic book movie. In my opinion, I can find something that makes me go, that's good. This movie was not. I'm gonna go to the bat. This movie was not as awful as some people are saying. I'm not now. I'm gonna, before I get any further, this movie was definitely the bottom of the barrel. It definitely wasn't one of my favorite comic book movies, not even close. It was, out of all the comic book movies that have come out since, like, Iron Man, this is definitely worse than any other comic book movie that's came out since then. It seems like a comic book movie that would have came out a long time ago. So, I mean, it seems like I'm slamming it, but it's not awful. Like I was telling my mom, I went to see it with my mom, and like I was telling her, I was just like, it's a movie. Because it's not awful. It's not like, oh my god, I want to go rake my eyes out from seeing that movie. It's like, that's it. Like, if I had to give it a rating, it'd be because it was just I mean, there were some scenes that were pretty. The beginning was pretty good. I mean, I kind of liked the beginning with Reed Richards and seeing how smart he was, and as a kid, everybody's just looking at him and thinking he's crazy, but he's really smart. His parents don't understand him. You get the whole bit. Ben Grimm was kind of weirdly used, especially the way that they figured out how he can say it's clobbering time was kind of weird. The Invisible Woman was. They tried so hard to make her so sciencey so that you know that she's more than just this woman. She's more than a symbol. She's more than this woman. They tried so hard to do that her personality wasn't even shown at all. I don't even remember if she had a personality in this movie. She did a couple. I mean, it was weird. Johnny Storm was pretty good though. I actually kind of enjoyed Johnny. He was pretty interesting. I like the take on him from a black African American standpoint. Actually, I think that'd be a little bit more relevant for him to be African American, because I actually liked it. I liked Johnny. He was pretty good, even though there was some scenes where they shoehorned some lines in there. That clobbering the timeline was shoehorned in there, didn't really fit in. And Johnny says the famous "flame on," but they really didn't fit. Like, the way he says it, you'll see. The way he says it is like, why? That didn't make sense to put it there. And the whole thing with Victor Von Doom is actually he wasn't as ridiculous. Well, he still kind of looked like a melted trash can. He's still like a melted trash can on a crash test dummy, but it wasn't. You know what? Yeah, it was. Now I will admit, the best scene in this movie was when he was walking down the hallway, murdering people, just mad destruction. But they showed too much power, because the way he was doing it was to the point where it was like, well, if he could do that, then he could just kill everyone. Like, pretty much. It was like, whoa. That didn't skip past like a whole year's worth of stuff. Now, I heard a bunch of reviewers talking about that whole year skip, and at first I was like, year skip? Come on, can't be that bad, a year skip. I mean, they do it all the time sometimes. Well, not all the time, but they do it. The year skip thing bothered me, because you go from these guys who are handicapped and don't have no clue what they're doing, have no clue who they are, and they just skip a year, and the Thing is content with himself, and Johnny can fly. You're just like, whoa. Like, I wish I could have experienced that. I mean, you can say whatever the hell you want about the first original movies, but at least you got to see them figure everything out, figure out how to do these things, figure out how to control the powers. It took Johnny to like damn near the end of the movie to fly, and he thought he could fly, and he kept bringing it up. I'm talking about in the 2005 one, and he kept bringing it up, but he couldn't do it until he had to do it, which I actually thought that was a revelation. And then you just show up and he can fly. And Johnny's kind of doing this stereotypical thing, this daddy thing, and she's kind of weird. That's when I knew I didn't like the movie. That's when I knew I was scratching for things to like about the movie, is when one of the main characters who dies, I'm not going to give it away, but they did it in a way where it was supposed to hit you. It's supposed to make you, oh my goodness, go save him. You got to go avenge him. When he died, I was just like, cool. I was like, I didn't feel anything. I was just, oh, he died. And then, when they went after him, even when they won, like in the Avengers, in Days of Futures Past, even in The Dark Knight, when he won, you were just like, yes, he finished it, they did it. When they won, I was just like, cool. Like it was no emotion behind this movie. There was no emotion. I didn't feel any connection between the characters. I didn't feel any connection. It was just, I don't know. It seemed like it was there. I'll give it that. The pieces were there to make a movie that was good. But the direction was just, they tried so hard to be dark, and then they throw some weird comedy in there, and I was just like, oh, I mean, some of it was funny, some of it was like, okay, that was kind of lame, but okay. But like, I don't know, man. As many of you might know, well, maybe not, but on Instagram anyways, I am really hoping the Fantastic Four can go back to Marvel, because I think they fit Marvel's tone. I think Marvel, the perfect between comedy and drama, would fit their tone. They are the first family of comic books. Okay? They're the original Marvel comic book characters. They should be done a lot better than what they've been done lately. And I will admit, the thing in this movie was the way it was formed. I will admit, I actually did like the way the thing was formed. That he looked more rockish, like rocks. It just bothered me he wasn't wearing pants. I don't know why. But it bothered me a little bit. I was just like, it's a good thing. The good thing this movie did do was it didn't really focus on a wide shot of him very often. So I got over that, sorta. But man, this movie was very underwhelming. This movie was, oh man, I was looking for good things to say about this movie. Like I said, I gave a couple good things, but I was looking for a reason to go, this movie's okay. If I couldn't say it was okay, I said, I'm gonna give my score. Out of 10, I would give it a 4. I give it a 4. It's not the worst comic book movie ever. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. And believe it or not, you know how I feel about Man of Steel. I made a list about it, so I sort of like Man of Steel better than this. So what does that tell you about that? I like Man of Steel a lot better than this. Marvel just needs to get the rights back. Fox needs to stop being a bunch of dicks. You got the X-Men down pat. Fox knows what they're doing with the X-Men. They got their own universe going. The X-Men lends themselves to have their own universe completely built around them. They got the Deadpool thing going good. But why do they have to be fucking... Just give the Fantastic Four back to Marvel. It seems like they were just trying to not give these rights back to Marvel. And it aggravates me. It really does. Like, I've always talked about making a top 5 list of why the Fantastic Four should go back to Marvel. I was going to make that like a month ago. But now that the movies come out, I might actually make it now, just because of how bad it really was. And I'm hearing they're going to make a sequel, which I'm like, how the hell are you going to make a sequel about a movie that no one really liked? The sad thing is that this movie is probably going to make a lot of money. Not because it's good, because it's bad. Because a lot of people are going to go out to see how bad is this movie really. And then they're going to go leave it going, why the hell did I go see it in the first place? And then Fox is going to make like 40 mil, and they're gonna be like, ooh, people went to see it. And then the next week, nobody's gonna go to see it, but they're still gonna go, we're gonna continue with the sequel, not giving it to Marvel, and they're gonna piss me off like it's already doing. But yeah, that's my review of Fantastic Four, or Fantastic Four Stick. Great casting, great director, shitty writing, that movie was depressing. And I told my mom before I went to see it that I heard bad reviews about it, but I wanted to see it anyways so I can give a review. Like I said, I don't want to be that guy who doesn't watch a movie and review it. So this is my reviewing of it. Gave it a 4 out of 10. Fantastic. They should change it. They should to Disappointing 4. That's what they should change it to. But anyways, thank you for joining me on this episode of the Comic Gamer Movie Show. Sorry about the quality. Maybe the sounding isn't good. I did it on my own today because I'm the only one who saw it in our whole channel, in our group at all. So we're probably going to come out another video where I review with the rest, Mark and Seth. So this is it for me though today, and I gave it a 4 out of 10, and that's my general thoughts about it. It was a movie with their acting with great cast, which is just wasted. It was a waste of potential. This movie was a waste of potential. This movie is the equivalent of, gosh, who's that dude who played for Oakland? Who's that dude who played for the Raiders? DeMarcus Russell, the quarterback who they picked up in the first round. This movie's a bigger waste of potential than that. Look great in theory. Not so good in the game, man. Not so good in the game. But that is it for me on this episode of Comic Gamer Movie Show. Comment. Give me your opinion about this movie in the comments section. Like, you know the drill. view. Thank you.